He had been shy when he asked about it at first, which was strange since he'd been unabashedly kinky the whole time we'd been seeing one another. This was different to him, clearly, and it became clearer when the dam broke and the specificity of the fantasies came out. The brands, Wusthof, Chefs, Cabela's Deer Gutter, the settings, tied to a post in a shed while Eddie Vedder played on the radio, held face down in a creek in the chill of late autumn. Even the surrender of such details felt erotic in its intimacy. I listened with the air of concern appropriate to the situation, and hoped he couldn't hear the blood that made the backs of my hands hot. I agreed to try, but I set boundaries that tugged his expression into a frustrated frown. A dull knife, no gags, no restraints. That first time had been a disappointment for him, his eyes falling when I pressed the dull blade against his skin, and it failed to leave anything but a slightly raised welt. It had been a disappointment for me as well, but I did not let that show. I'd been planning something like this in the abstract for years, you must understand, researching forensic technologies and anatomical details, and learning most of all what oversights got people caught. I had a curiosity, born at a young age and nurtured by the small violences of rural living. It was a curiosity I was not necessarily determined to follow to its logical conclusion, but one that dogged me regardless and found ample space in my daydreams. The eyes of a chicken, of a rabbit, they are always blown wide in a perpetual sort of fear from the moment you lift them to the point where they jerk in thunking, half-dead throes and the shininess goes out of their eyes. Their responses are mindless, nearly mechanical. But the eyes of a human, I thought those might hold more nuance. In this, I was not disappointed. There is an art in this, but perhaps you cannot see it, and that is a shame.